So I got a question for y'all. I was watching this podcast
Mm.
and this Arthur was on there. Um and he was saying that like I guess companies reached out to him and they said they wanted to be able to like analyze people's like behavior traits. What do you call it? Like psychopathy, I think is the word, or something like that. To be able to kind of tell like something about a person with just a question. And I believe his name is Chase Hughes, the guy. He's like an author or something. And he was saying that like, he came up with this one question that he feels will tell you a lot about a person. And I was like, man, I'm gonna ask them this question just to see what they say. Cause I kind of noticed like what most people responses are. And I think it says a lot about like just society in general, like what we think. But the question was,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna kind of alter the question a little bit. Like we all 30 plus, right? I'll ask the question like this. In the 30 plus years of your life, what is something that you have learned about yourself?
Mm, that I don't know, just not like one specific thing. It's just like uh, like just thresholds, whether it's patience or like just understanding like patience. Like I'm a hothead, and it's
Yeah,
just like understanding like patience, and you know being forgiving and being understanding even when situations aren't really that fair for you to understand. Like it's always super rewarding, and it's just
yeah,
like sometimes I just want to act or react, but as I kind of grown, like that's something that I learned. And it's like anytime that I lose my patience or a little grip or a little bit, and
yeah,
it hasn't been anything big, but anytime I lose it a little bit, I'm always reminded that if I was patient, you know things happen like this, or things
yeah,
happen like this. It's just like sometimes the best action is to do nothing. And just for somebody that's so high headed, I'm not saying I'm super high headed, but just
you
growing
hot
up,
headed.
you high headed dog. Come on, bro. Don't get it started, bro. Hog my witness. But not,
Nah,
but no, it's just like understanding that like patience is something that's like more valuable than I really had it understood when I was younger.
yeah.
And anytime I utilize it, it's something I feel like is super beneficial.
I'll say this. Let me interject real quick though. And you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you your flowers while you. No, I'm just kidding. Now you growing up, dog. I felt like you was very patient. I still feel like you a patient person. In a lot of regards. I think I know what you referring to because you my cousin. You know what I'm saying? You my brother when you say like, the hot headed thing as far as like the patience and that kind of going hand in hand. Cause I know we have been in situations where like somebody could say the wrong thing and it could get ugly real quick. But for the most part, bro, you always been a pretty patient person to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Actually, like I think I could hit Ken and we could talk about anything and we're gonna actually sit there and talk it out. It ain't like oh, I got something to do, shit. I gotta go. It's like, all right, what we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So but I feel what you're saying though, definitely. What's up, Birdman? Like what would be your answer in your 30 plus years? What's something that you've learned about yourself?
I learned that what?
I don't know. It's just funny. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just your response, man. I just know it's gonna be something funny, man.
No, no, I was gonna say
Not
that like
funny,
no
but
matter
like I'm
what.
saying, like you my dog, so it's just like it's
No, I was
funny.
gonna say no matter like what happens or what's thrown at me, like
Yeah,
I'm gonna always be all right. Like there's always something every single year, every couple months,
yeah,
something fucking may happen.
yeah,
And put it this way, like I'm always calm and cool, right?
yeah. Most definitely.
Most definitely.
Until
But
you're not.
you ever see a duck on top of water and it's just cruising across the top of water,
Yeah,
Hmm.
but underwater, his feet like this.
yeah,
That's what life is fucking like.
yeah.
You
That's
know,
pretty
if
good
you're like, oh,
analogy,
you
actually.
always calm, you always this. It's like, yeah, the outward appearance is always calm, but my mind is always fucking running,
Yeah,
going through scenarios and processes and shit, thinking about
yeah,
the past or the present or the future. But
yeah.
like, no matter what kind of trials or tribulations come along, it's like you gonna be good no matter what. Like you straight, you solid.
Absolutely. Man, dog, it was funny when I heard him ask the question. I kind of had that pause too. I kind of stopped. I was just kind of like, because I thought it was gonna be something like way left field. Like, I've
Mm,
been watching a lot of podcasts, and like
Mm-hmm.
this CIA, this one CIA ex CIA agent was on there talking about like his interview process with the CIA, and I just be kind of like putting myself in these situations and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I seen that, I'm like, damn, like that's a good question. It's a simple question, but it's a good question. And the first thing that came to my mind was like, man, I'm too passive, right? I was like, damn, I feel like I'm too passive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's situations where I should have been a little more stern. And then I feel like there's a time and a place for everything. But what came to my mind was how like I'm very critical of people with like a victim mentality. I won't say very critical, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of times people don't take accountability for like why things might happen to them. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I'm somebody who try to like I'm somebody who consciously tries to like, all right, you know what? Like shit, I gotta work harder. That's why. Or you know what, man, maybe I ain't giving it my all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sound like holier than thou. Like this is genuinely my mentality, right? But I realized I was like in my response, and in a lot of responses, a lot of times people like I almost kind of did the thing that I don't like. Like I almost kind of put myself in a victim, like you know what I'm saying? I almost kind of painted myself in like the light of a victim, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I'm too passive. Almost as if like people taking advantage of like my niceness and I ain't being
Yeah.
when in reality, like that's genuinely who I am. Like it don't make you soft, but it's just kind of like some stuff you just kind of let roll off your shoulders. Like you said, you cool, calm on the surface. I try to present myself to be that way. You know what I'm saying? But everybody kind of got their own interpretation of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We individually feel how we feel about ourselves, and other people feel how they feel about themselves. But I was like, damn, I wonder how many people really feel like their situation is the way it is because of somebody else or something else. And I think
Yeah.
that that's like an overwhelming like thing in our societies. Like we come across like you can't help but see all of the podcasts and listen to all the shows and all of the timelines of people just kind of like just the drama. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the last time I'm gonna give my love away to the wrong person and shit. And it's just kind of like, what if you was the wrong person? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it kind
Mhm.
of, I think that that's kind of what he was getting at when he was saying like, tell me something that you've learned about yourself. In that question, I think that's the like psychology of that question. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like maybe you'll get, maybe
It's
you get, go ahead.
it's like I'm in massage school, and we used to always do these little, because you learn about different types of healing and medicines and how to, tap into
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. And the
yeah,
teacher asked us, write 10 things down that you look for in a partner,
yeah.
spouse, and you write all that shit down.
Uh.
And then it's like, all right, now you do that. You become that
Uno.
person
Yeah, the reverse Uno. Huh?
because, in a sense, like
Yeah, that's dope.
the law of attraction, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to become that so you can attract that. Like the
Yeah,
reason these men are attracted to you or these ladies attracted to you is because you drawing all that shit into you.
yeah,
Stop trying to point and blame. Oh, it's because of this and that and that victim mentality shit. Is like, nah, that's what you like.
yeah,
That's what you are.
yeah.
that's a
Let me
fact.
ask. Let me ask you this: is a question on top of that question? Because you said the laws of attraction, right?
Yeah.
Do we all
Unless
got?
you just unfortunate, and, you a child or something. That's
Yeah,
different.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like we all got uh different. Like I think our spouses are all different than us. Spouses ain't used only in like marital terms.
No.
Okay, cool.
Well,
Like
you
okay, your
typically,
part.
yeah, you could
Because I,
typically,
I,
yeah.
could say, I could say partner, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's just that still got a lot of, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be specific these days. So I'm saying like our spouses, whatever the case might be. I think that this is just outside looking in. I know for a fact, like me and my girl, we total we total opposite in like a lot of ways, bro. Like I talk a lot, she don't really talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? And all the other little things. Like that's my personal stuff. But I'm just saying in general, like, do you think that the laws of attraction is more of a opposites attracting kind of being more like cohesive, or is it more like you being like your partner is better is better for a relationship? Like, what do y'all think about that? Like, do you think opposites are better, or do you think identical is better in relationships?
I don't want to say they better.
This is case to case. Like some
Yes,
people
face to
look,
face
yeah,
is what
some
works for
people
you.
actually look for the opposite than themselves, and some people actually look for, similar like interests and similar music tastes and similar, styles or similar like interests of TV shows or something. Like some people
Yeah,
look for that in the other people. So it's case
yeah,
to case. Like everybody's different. Everybody's an
Yeah.
individual. I can't generalize that.
But I guarantee, not guarantee, but I'm pretty sure with you and Bree,
yeah.
you can name 10 things that y'all love the same.
I don't know. Not
Yeah.
like that. Like, and I'm not saying it in a
And
bad
now,
way. Yeah, that's
one,
one.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But
I'm
Stop
not saying.
making it complicated, isn't it? You can tell simple things.
I would tell you this. Like, I think we're
exactly.
like. I don't think it's 10 things, but I think we're more alike in the more important things. Like, we both
Yeah.
kind of know like we know when it's the time and we both know it's the time and the place for everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that works best for our relationship. It's just kind of like, all right, like we got to put our differences aside for the to, you know what I'm saying, for our relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really like how you handle shit. You don't really like how I handle shit, but like let's show face in front of these kids so that way they can have some kind of understanding. And we got to create a culture for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I got my own culture, she got her own culture, for lack of better words. And and now they have their own culture. Now they grow up and they say, our parents was like this, our parents was like that. We just try to make sure that the image that they see is unified. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the only thing that's important to us, is that our kids see like what I got to see in Ken's parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just same page. But you see the differences, and the differences kind of, to me, and I get what Ken's saying, like the case to case thing, because I think it really does boil down to what it is you want from a person. But I
Hmm.
think that a lot of times, like, that could be where people go wrong, is that they looking for too much shit. It's just kind of like sometimes you just gotta let stuff roll.
They
Hmm
And
looking
what
for
it's gonna be
perfect.
is going what it's gonna be. I remember like and she watched all the episodes, shout out to you, babe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she watched all the episodes. But I remember, dog, like we had this one argument one time, and she was just tired of a nigga. She was like, the more we together, the more I realize we don't got nothing in common. And we crack jokes about this all the time, right? You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like I'm saying some shit, whatever. And I was like, literally, like, that was her revelation. She was like, oh shit, I just realized we got nothing in common. And I was like, no
Okay.
shit. I was like, yeah, I did do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I like about you. It's like, I literally could go to her and be like, I be tripping sometimes in my own head. And I be tripping. Like, she just told me that shit today. Like, she was like, you know what? Like, she was like, I was running down, my little work day and all that kind of shit. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going. She like, yeah, yeah, And like mid conversation, she's like, you just be tripping sometimes, man. Like, you just be ahead of yourself sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? But she said it like the homie, like, she said it like, nigga, you just be tripping, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, yeah, like, I was like, yeah, I'll be tripping. Damn, you right. I'll be tripping. My bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
This is what
I
you
like,
needed.
yeah, I like having that opposite, because it's like we like I don't know. I don't want to get too much into me and my relationship and stuff like that. You know what I'm
Yes,
See,
you
saying?
but
do.
the reason
Yeah,
how it works is if she
yeah.
was just like you would never grow and she would never grow.
Do you think you and AT or like, do you think y'all had a 10 in commons, if you don't mind me asking that?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Damn, that's really
We
dope.
like a lot of the same stuff, but we different enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I'm much older, not much older, but I'm older. I was raised completely different than how she was raised.
Yeah.
So of course we're gonna be different in that aspect.
Yeah.
But then it's some things we just enjoy, like we enjoy
The
outdoors.
same. Yeah.
Like she enjoyed working out.
Yeah.
She got 4 dogs. I have 4 at one point too.
Yeah. That's what's up.
So it's just like some things we just hear on, and then other things it's like she's a more emotional person. I
Yeah.
don't really give a shit
Yeah. Yeah.
about
You give a
emotion.
shit. You just
I give
not
a
you just
shit.
not on the surface emotional. Cause you're a very caring
Exactly.
person. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
am.
saying?
That's why I always
I
tell her
think you
I
miss
care.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think personalities like Birdman, I think you misconstrued a lot. I think that's what make us good friends. I think a lot of my friends are like that, where like you might not really know what's on their mind and shit like that, but like if you know them, you know, like it ain't no hard feelings. They just everybody express themselves differently. Like, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I like that diversity in my friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like the fact
Mhm.
that like all my homies is different. It's kind of like it's kind of interesting when I'm interacting with y'all because it's just kind of like, all right, what level I got to get on when I'm talking to this nigga? It's not about being fake or anything. It's just about
No,
being able to
different.
communicate with all these different type of personalities. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
What's up, cuz? Would you like to speak on that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
On what?
Just as far as like differences and similarities, like, you know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
no, I already spoke on it.
Okay, okay.
It's pretty much just case basis, like for the
Yeah,
most part. Like I think definitely like opposite attracts.
yeah,
But it's like I just think men and women are different as well too, and it
yeah,
all depends on kind of where you from and age as well too.
yeah.
So like I say, like for my situation, like me
That's
and
what I
my
want.
girl, we basically two different cultures.
Yeah,
Like I'm black. She's from her family's pretty much South Asian.
yeah,
So they have a completely different kind of culture and background. So
yeah,
definitely a lot of differences there. But like Hawk said, like I think we definitely got 10 things we like.
yeah,
Like, me in and out, we could say some chicken wings, some chicken sandwiches. It's gonna be food,
yeah,
more things than anything, but it's also gonna be like movie, a little bit of music, a couple
yeah,
artists that we listen to as well too that we have very similar as well too. Like
yeah,
a shiny a future head too. Like she loves some future too. So
yeah.
you know what I
That's
mean?
that's
Like
slapping in the whip for sure.
all day, all day.
Yeah,
So it's like, I mean,
yeah,
we getting the toxic raps off.
yeah.
definitely,
You know what I'm
definitely,
saying?
definitely on the way out.
Saying the punchlines with passion, huh? You
No,
know what I'm saying?
definitely,
I ain't
definitely.
gonna lie, I be listening to the future. I be acting like Stick Talk used to have me really acting like I'm riding around. I know it was Free Codes. He's like, I got my side bitch out from St. Bart's.
Mm,
I'm riding around town with an
oh,
AR.
oh,
Free Codes. I was like, yeah, I don't know why
uh-huh.
that line right there is one of the ones. But
No.
no, like just piggyback on mine too. Like, it's not that we don't have 10 things in common. It's not even it's not that wasn't what I was saying. It's just like we different, but it's dope
Yeah.
though. It works for us. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like it's dope. It's like it's so cool because I get to just some days play my video game and she get to just do what she doing. And it's like, shit, I'll see you tonight, but we be in the same crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,